Page 150, Minuet in G. On the previous pages, they're introducing you to the key of G major. G major has one sharp in the key signature. You see it at the beginning of each of these lines in this piece is one sharp. F sharp. It simply means every F in the piece is automatically an F sharp instead of F natural. I don't know that there are any F's in this piece. I think there are, but it doesn't matter. Even if there were no F's in the piece, it doesn't matter. You'd still have a sharp in the key signature because that's the key of G major needs to have that in there. And they talk about the scale, the G major scale, but I would encourage you to go to my G major scale video and do that. Do the beginner portion, one octave up and down. Learn the G major scale. Hopefully you've been doing the C major scale for the past few days or weeks or whatever. Now you do the G major scale like that. First time you sit down to practice on a day, each day, you do that scale. That's all it takes. Doesn't take a lot, just a little. It's okay. But I explain it all in the scale video. You can do that. Now you see at the top of page 150, they show you a little bit about the sharp sign that appears at the beginning of the staff for the key of G major. The point is, if you had a note on those where those sharp signs are, those are F's, and that's indicating, but it's indicating all F's, not just the ones on those area spacer line. I mean, in the top staff it's a line, it's this F, and the bass clef it's this F. Doesn't matter. When it's at the beginning of a staff like this, it's all F's all over the place. That's just where they put it. And in these key signatures, we'll be adding more sharps. Well, the first sharp is always an F sharp. Just memorize it. It's always going to be an F sharp. Now, for minuet, it's 3/4 time. Minuets are like waltzes. They're not waltzes, but they're similar to it, and they're in 3/4 time. A waltz is in 3/4 time, typically. So, 3/4 time, right hand first. We're here in this position, starting, because little finger's on D. And it's 1 and 2 and 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now, they're saying thumb, or they want the middle finger here. I just reach up because when I first learn to play a piece of music, I try and play it all connected, all legato. I'll do all this staccato and all that stuff later. Right now I'm just working out fingering, and if I can figure out a way to finger it legato, it helps me. It's just one way of doing it, and that's the way I do it. That's the way I teach it. So here, going into measure 3, I just reach up, third finger. If you've got real little hands, you can't do that, then you have to move up. But otherwise, reach up. And you do it again. 1 and 2 and 3. Don't forget the F sharp. Then you reach down, it's an octave. G to G is letter to letter. C to C, A to A, F to F, whatever, that's an octave. It's because it's an interval of an eighth. G to G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an interval of an eighth. So it's an oct means 8. So it's an octave. Just reach down, then claps, then go on. 1 and 2. Then measure 7, you cross over. Just relax the thumb. Your hand can move if you'd relax the thumb and just reach up. But leave the thumb here because you're just doing it for one note. The idea with crossing over like this is to stay relaxed. Don't tense up to get the thumb. Oh no. Just if you do the scale and practice the scale 1 octave up and down, you have to cross over the thumb. And so you get used to this sort of thing. And you get some more of what we already had. Now left hand, starting out with a G chord. And the key of G, it's a G chord or a 1 chord. Remember the numbers? 1 chord, we're eventually going to get the primary chords in the key of G. The 1, the 4, and the 5, 7, those are the primary chords. Remember we did them in C. Now we're going to get them in G. Well, here's the 1 chord. And then 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you just get this left hand's no big deal, I hope. Put them together. 1 and 2 and 3. the D there was tied for 2 measures. We just hold on to it. And then we go on to more what we had before. And once you have that, then we can add the articulation, the slurs and the staccatos and accents and stuff. Slurred here. This left hand, there's nothing marked in the left hand. I'm suggesting you play the left hand all legato, connect it completely. I mean, if they don't give you anything, really it's your choice what you want to do. Interpret it any way you see fit, but I'm encouraging you for right now, just keep it legato. So it's here. They say light thumb. Well, I don't know about light thumb. Just it's a thumb and it's staccato. Don't accent them or nothing. Just staccato. Connect it. So just this is not staccato. Just these. So be careful. I connect this and this. It's like the slur line went over one more note. It was like that at the beginning in the second measure. Did you see the slur line going over that one note? Well, here I would do the same thing. The slur goes to the second beat. Connect it. And then you lift up at the end of the first line there on page 151, because it's a new phrase. Lift up in the right hand. You can lift up in both hands if you want, but a lot of times you'll only lift up in the right hand. The left hand will stay down. Here you can lift up in both hands. That's fine. And so forth. So I'll do the rest of it the same way. Then we add the dynamics. Well, it's soft. That's the right hand. The left hand has to stay out of the way. How soft? Decide how soft you want the melody to be, and then you make the left hand softer than that. So people do it backwards sometimes, and it's incorrect. Don't. What they'll do is say, well, it's soft, so how soft can I play the right hand or the left hand? So they'll decide however soft that is, okay, I'll make the melody louder than that. No. Bad idea. You make the melody what you want it to be. The melody is what controls. And you find a way to practice or get the control you need to play the others softer than that. Now you got a crescendo here. In the second line, you went up a little bit to moderately soft. I don't know that you really need to go moderately soft, but you're going to crescendo up, probably moderately loud. Now we're moderately loud. And then you come off a little bit. Now we're soft again. We do the dynamics like we did before. Then go down to the bottom. The last couple measures. You're here. You're moderately loud here. And there's a retardando there. You slow down a little bit. At the end, there's a couple ways we got options. They're showing a thumb on the last note because you've been basically in this position throughout. But since it's the end, it's the last note, you can, once you cross over, you can play the last note with third finger if you want. Because a lot of times in piano music, you'll need to do that. And so there's no reason to keep the thumb there. We kept the thumb there before because we had more notes up in here. We wanted to stay in this position. But once it's over, it doesn't matter what position you're in, it's over. So that's fine if you'd like to do that. Here, that's okay. Speed-wise, a minuet, well, you got fast minuets and slow minuets and minuets in between. It's just kind of a moderate. 2, 3. Accuracy is more important, so no hesitations, no wrong notes. You got everything where it goes, and you can get in and start feeling the music. Get into it. I'd like to play it with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do the dynamics. I just want to make sure we got the right notes and rhythms. So I'm going to give us 3 counts. Let's play it together. 1, Ready and go, and 1 and 2. Two, 3.